Welcome back to Elizabeth, New Jersey. As you see, the Pop Warner Pope John Lions 13U squad coming back to the field to take on the Roselle Rams for second half action. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's action as the Lions come into the second half, trailing Roselle 32-0. And Pope John looking to right the ship as we start the second half. We're in Elizabeth. There is another game later on today at 1:30 p.m. It'll be the 11U Pope John Junior Lions taking on the Elizabeth Packers. Please join us for that. But before that, we will come back to this game. 13U Lions are taking on Roselle, and it was an inauspicious first half for Pope John. But again, looking to right the ship here in the third and fourth quarters. Let's go over the roster for Pope John before the kickoff to start the second half. We go with number 0, Lachlan Certival. Number 1, Malin Sefcik. Number 2, Ryan Lambreglia. 3 is Evan Nisbeth. 5, Colin Bauman. 6, Lucas Rosinski. Number 8, Charlie Formisano. 9, Braden Coulson. 10, Jared Hawthorne. 13, Jason Hardy. 15, Matt Staub. 19, Mark Hedgepeth. Number 21, Vincenzo Siliberti. 22, Bobby DeJesus. 23, Nicholas Orr. 24 practicing with the team is Kevin Alston. 27, Dylan Cocoziello. 33, Jason Cofrancesco. 40, Jacob Jessamaria. 43, Tyler Killen. 45, Jude Cofrancesco. 56, Robert Zawicki. 57, Michael Kepler. 77, Andrew Stavekin. 88, Nicholas Peterson. Number 96, James Bortnick. The head coach of the 13U Pope John Junior Lions is Matt Emery. Assistant coaches Jared Cofrancesco, Nick Colson, Gene Emmering, Rich Jessamaria, and Dan Lambreglia. Athletic trainer Gerard Graziano. The team mom and manager is Kathy Jessamaria. Junior Lions athletic director is Brian Carlson. Varsity head coach Dom Gaston. League president is Rich Jessamaria, and the league VP is Dave Diarco. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live at the Todd Bowles Waterfront Sports Complex in Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's the Pope John Lions 13U squad taking on the Roselle Rams. The score at halftime is 32-0 Roselle. The kickoff for Pope John from their own 40 as a brand new half starts up. James Bortnick, number 96, back to kick, standing at his own 35. We are here live in Elizabeth, just a stone's throw away from Staten Island, New York, and New York City. Here's the kick by Bortnick. Line drive, kick down towards the far sideline, and it's bobbled by the kick returner for Roselle. And Pope John, you're fine, Coach. I'd be saying the same thing, maybe a little harsher. Pope John will start on defense and start the second half. They start at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Roselle. And the most important thing the Lions can do in the second half is just get some positive momentum going. Get some drives, get some good yardage, maybe score some points, get on the board, and really set themselves up for next week. As they go into a week of practice, they have something to look forward to. They go ahead and build on some positive momentum. And that is what you want to do. You want to learn, develop, and grow. And so that is what's huge in the second half for Pope John. 1st and 10 from the 30. Lions go right to left of your screen in their white jerseys and white pants with blue numbers, gold helmets, and the blue lion on both sides. And Roselle in their gray jerseys with black pants and various color helmets, I should say. Red trim, and they're going left to right. Fumble on the play, but the quarterback picks it up, and he is brought down by number 27, Dylan Cocoziello. Good tackle by Dylan there, and no gain on the play for Roselle. Rams got the lead early in this one and never looked back. Able to build on a couple of receptions, had a couple of rushing touchdowns, and then a pick six late second quarter. Interception for a touchdown. Pope John has stopped a few of the point after touchdowns, including an interception in the end zone by Evan Nisbeth. But the highlights for Pope John have been few and far between. We'll see if they can add to them here in this second half. Man in motion's 14 for Roselle. Quarterback under center, get movement on the line. And it's going to be a false start against Roselle. All right, that'll push the Rams back further. Roselle has to get to the 41-yard line for a first down. The ball's sitting right now at the 26. Again, please join us at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon as Pope John Junior Lions 11U squad will take on the Elizabeth Packers right here at Todd Bowles Waterfront Sports Complex in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Timeout on the field. We will take one as well. Roselle leads 32-0. We'll be back with third quarter action right after this. Welcome back to Elizabeth, New Jersey. Just over the Arthur Kill from Staten Island and New York City as Pope John Junior Lions 13-0 squad are taking on the Roselle Rams. Mike Formisano along with you. Elizabeth, not this place. Elizabeth High School was the site of glory last year for 13-0 as they defeated the Irvington and then Eastwood Grizzlies from Syracuse, New York in both the quarterfinals and the semifinals of the Pop Warner tournament. We had a fumble on the play. The ball's down. I think Roselle recovered, but a big hit by Jake Chesamaria knocked that loose. Quarterback falls on it, and that's going to bring up third down. So again, positive momentum, the thing that Pope John is looking for. They're able to knock that ball loose. They didn't get the fumble recovery, but they knocked the ball loose and keeping Roselle back on their heels here. I'll tell you again, if you go back on this channel, we got those games archived from last year. You get a chance. You know, the Eastwood game was good. The team played well. But the Irvington game, you go back and watch that game against the Irvington Golden Knights, and it may have been one of the best middle school games I've ever seen. Because Irvington was putting it on Pope John early in that game, and the Lions turned things around. Were able to win 16-6. It was a thrilling game. So if you get a chance, I recommend goes back and see that. Quarterback will roll out to his left and is brought down by the Pope John defense. Jake Chesamaria on the sack, along with number 88, Nicholas Peterson. So, 4th and long for Roselle. We'll see if they punt it away. A good first turn of events for Pope John on the defensive front. Able to stop Roselle here on this first drive in the third quarter. I'm looking forward to seeing this team in the next few games and the rest of this year is the growth that we're going to see from these Lions as the year goes on. A lot to look forward to. Right now, nowhere to go but up, but they will definitely go up. There's no doubt about that. I've seen it way too many times before. 4th down, long to go, and we got a timeout on the field. Roselle will talk it over. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Elizabeth, New Jersey right after this. Welcome back to Elizabeth, New Jersey in the Todd Bowles Waterfront Sports Complex. Pope John Junior Lion football, 13-0, taking on the Roselle Rams. It is 4th down here, and the Rams have to get to their own 41. We'll say it's about 4th and 20. Rams, quarterback under center, I formation. Here is the handoff to the tailback to the left, and run down, fumble on the play. The ball's loose. Did Pope John recover? We'll see. They say they did. Either way, it's a turnover on downs. They're going to say Pope John did recover. So, great recovery for Pope John, and they're going to get the ball deep in Roselle territory here. And that is a heck of a first defensive drive for Pope John here in this second half. The Lions will start with the ball at the 20-yard line of Roselle. 1st and 10 from the 20. Lions break the huddle. Up to the 20-yard line. Staub under center. I formation. Cocoziello is the fullback. Chesamaria is the tailback. Here's a handoff to Chesamaria. Cuts to his left. Met right at the 20 and brought down at about the 19 and a half. So maybe a half-yard gain for Jake Chesamaria. That'll bring up second down. Spot the ball at the 19, so they'll give Chesamaria 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Staub under center. Again, I formation. Handoff goes to Chesamaria to his right now. He's got about 2 on the play and down. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Cocoziello out of the game now. 3rd and 7 from the 17. Lions have to get to the 10. Staub in the gun. Chesamaria the lone back. Here's a snap. Staub back to pass. Fires downfield. He's got a man. Touchdown, Lions! Vincenzo Ciliberti wide open in the end zone. And Pope John scores their first touchdown of the season. And now, point after attempt for Pope John as they trail 32-6. What a rebound by Pope John to start this second half. A good defensive effort, covering a fumble, and being able to turn it over for points. That Staub finding Ciliberti in the end zone. A 17-yard touchdown reception for the books. And now going for the point after. They're going to go for the kick. James Bortnick is setting up. It's a kick. Staub, the placeholder. High snap. It's down. The kick blocked by Roselle. And so they were able to break through the offensive line. And that is the end of the third quarter. So, Pope John able to get on the board. A 17-yard touchdown reception from Matthew Staub to Vincenzo Ciliberti. And the Lions with 6 on the board. At the end of 3, it's Roselle 32, Pope John 6. We'll be back for fourth quarter action here in Elizabeth, New Jersey, right after this.
Kick off! I know we just played out the compass. I don't even think your side got it. Kick off! Oops, sorry.
Welcome back to the Todd Bowles Waterfront Sports Complex in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from New York City. As the Pope John Jr. Lions 13 and under squad finally on the board now with a touchdown at the end of the third quarter. Point after failed. It was blocked by Roselle, so it makes the score Roselle 32, Pope John 6. And again, what was bevy of mistakes and errors and things that happened and went wrong for Pope John in the first half. They had a great third quarter. They were able to stop the Roselle offensive push. They get a turnover on downs or a fumble recovery, and then a 17-yard pass from Matt Staub to Vincenzo Ciliberti to give Pope John their first points of the season. And now here's the kick by James Bortnick. High end over end, down to the 35, takes a bounce, picked up by the kick returner. Turns around off a block, 10 to the 45 to 50, now down to the 40, and is finally brought down by Pope John. That is number 3, Evan Nisbeth on the tackle. So Roselle is able to come back and get good yardage on that kickoff return, and they'll start from plus territory.
Yes, stay out. Step down on the edge every time.
Oh, they spot the ball at the 35-yard line of Pope John. 1st and 10 for Roselle. Defense on the field for Pope John. Number 40, Jessa Maria. 96, Bortnick. Number 5, Bauman. 21, Ciliberti. Number 23 is Orr. 96, as I said, Bortnick. 57 is Michael Kepler. Number 1, Malin Sefcik. Number 3, Evan Nisbeth. And number 9, Braden Colson. And that's your defense right now for Pope John on the field. Also number 0, Lachlan Cerville on the line. And also number 88, Nicholas Peterson. That's your starting 11 here as we start the fourth quarter. Roselle with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Pope John 35. Again, please join us later this afternoon, 1:30 p.m., Pope John 11U taking on Elizabeth. Problem with the transfer there, but number 14 takes it. He cuts to the right, back up the middle, and is met by a host of Lions. Drops it down at the 31. So about 4.5 yards, maybe 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for Roselle. Substitutions in. Tyler Killen, number 43. For Colin Bauman, 5. And number 88, Peterson. Also 96 out of the game, and that is Bortnick. Second and 5. Quarterback under center, number 1 for Roselle. He'll take the snap, hand off to the tailback, and is met right at the line. We got flags down to play, and the Pope John defense not letting him go anywhere. Number 57, Michael Kepler, in on the tackle. Let's see what the flag's about. Holding against Roselle. And that will push Roselle back a few yards. Holding call against Roselle. They're going to move the ball back to the 39-yard line. So repeat, 2nd down. Rams have to get to the 26. Say it's 2nd and 13. The ball spotted at the 39 of Pope John. Here's the snap. Number 1, handoff to number 14, and Cocosiello meets him right in front of the line of scrimmage. Brings him down. Say he gained about maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Good tackle by Cocosiello, and that will bring up 3rd down. Substitutions in the game for Pope John. Number 77, Andrew Stavekin out. Now to snap. Number 1, handoff to the tailback. Cuts up the left. Brought down by 57 from Pope John, Michael Kepler. Kepler with the tackle, and that'll force 4th down on the Rams. Well, they'll mark the ball at the 32. 4th and 6 for Roselle. They're going to go for it here. Time is winding down here in the 4th quarter. The referee's checking their watches. I'm going to think this 4th quarter is moving along pretty good at a fair clip. And in fact, we get an update from the official on the field. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 4th down, so if Pope John can stop Roselle here, they'll get the ball back with a chance to add more points on the board before the end of this game. Snap to the quarterback. Hand off to the tailback. To the sideline, number 14. He's got room to run. Pass number 23, Nicholas Orr, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Roselle. So number 14 for the Rams, able to break tackles. Broke the last one on Orr. Had good position. He just sidestepped him at the last second. And that will make the score Roselle 38. Pope John 6. Well, Pope John will get the ball back, but he gave up a touchdown to do it. So fourth down scamper by number 14 for Roselle. Now the quarterback under center. Hands off and met right in the backfield by Michael Kepler. He's able to bring the tailback down, and no point after touchdown for Roselle. That will keep the score at 38-6, Rams over the Lions. We head back to the middle of the field. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter in Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's Roselle 38, Pope John 6. Rams going to kick off the ball to Pope John from their own 40. Siliberti and Hawthorne back to receive at their own 30-yard line. Here's the kick. Line drive right to Hawthorne. It pops out of his hands. He's got to go back to recover. It's still loose, but he finally falls on it. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for Pope John. Going to spot the ball at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Pope John from their own 23. First and 10 from the 23. Stop in the gun. Jesperi in a lone back. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Stop. Fires down to Hawthorne. Incomplete. We have to see if Hawthorne had got hit by the defensive back a little too early. However, no call on the field. It would play on. Here's second down from the 23. Stop at the gun. Chesbury in the backfield. Stop, back to pass. He'll fire it down to Nicholas Orr, incomplete. Or the intended receiver, maybe about 6 inches higher than his hands. I'll bring up 3rd and 10. And that is it. Time's expired. So we had a running clock. So that's the end of the game as the Roselle Rams defeat the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad. Final score, Roselle 38, Pope John 6. But I will tell you this. Watching the third quarter, you have to like what you saw from Pope John. Defensive effort to be able to get the ball back on a turnover, and then a 17-yard touchdown reception from Matthew Staub to Vincenzo Ciliberti for the first points of the season for Pope John. The bigger picture is this. The Lions fall to 0-2, and they'll play again next Sunday. However, this gives some good positive momentum for the Lions to build on as they head into this next week of practice. And, you know, you've got nowhere to go but up, and that's what you do. You build small victories here and there, and that is what Coach Emmering and his staff is going to do to encourage the Pope John Lions this week in practice and getting set for week number 3. In the meantime, the Lions fall to 0-2 on the season, and they will play again next Sunday. That will be determined by Pop Warner later in the week, time and opponent and location. But it will be on Sunday. So, for everyone here at the Todd Bowles Waterfront Sports Complex, Spike Formisano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again, the Pope John Junior Lions fall to the Roselle Rams 38-6. Please join us at 1:30 p.m. right here in Elizabeth, New Jersey, as the Pope John Junior Lions 11U squad will take on the Elizabeth Packers. For everyone here, Spike Formisano saying thank you for joining us and have a good afternoon.